Good evening. Welcome to the show. My name is Ron. I am your host. And it's my pleasure to share a devotional with you. Hopefully that'll lead to a bit of meditating time. And we are still in First Kings. Before we get into the devotional, I had a lovely evening. I went and watched my grandson play baseball. Last game of the season. Came back and sat in the kids' hot tub for a little bit. And now I'm nice and relaxed and ready for bedtime. Let's do the devotional first. We're in First Kings, chapter 12. The end of chapter 11 is this. The rest of the events in Solomon's reign, including all his deeds and his wisdom, are recorded in the book of the Acts of Solomon. Solomon ruled in Jerusalem over all Israel for 40 years. When he died, he was buried in the city of David, named for his father. Then his son Rehoboam became the next king. And that's whose life we're going to get into now in chapter 12. And doesn't quite go as well for him as it did for his father. Chapter 12. Rehoboam went to Shechem, where all Israel had gathered to make him king. The leaders of Israel summoned him and Jeroboam, and the whole assembly of Israel went to speak with Rehoboam. Your father was a hard master, they said. Lighten the harsh labor demands and heavy taxes that your father imposed on us. Then we will be your loyal subjects. Now, who wouldn't want to rule over a kingdom of loyal subjects? That's a no-brainer. So Rehoboam said, let me think on it for a few days and I'll get back to you. So he went and got counsel from the elders. The older counselors replied, if you are willing to be a servant to these people today and give them a favorable answer, they will always be your loyal subjects. Rehoboam rejected that advice and went and sought advice from his friends, his younger advisors. The younger men replied, this is what you should tell those complainers who want a lighter burden. My little finger is thicker than my father's waist. Yes, my father laid heavy burdens on you, but I'm going to make them even heavier. I can't figure that one out. That seems very idiotic to me. So that's what he told the people, that he was going to be even harder on them. And if we go down a little further in chapter 12, so the people of Israel returned home, but Rehoboam continued to rule over the Israelites who lived in the towns of Judah. King Rehoboam sent Adoniram, who was in charge of the labor force, to restore order, but the people of Israel stoned him to death. When this news reached King Rehoboam, he quickly jumped into his chariot and fled to Jerusalem. And to this day, the northern tribes of Israel have refused to be ruled by a descendant of David. I tell you what, that was a short rule over those people. Mm. Huh. But what you can take out of this is how do we treat people that serve us? We have people that pump our gas. Hmm. We have people that serve us in restaurants. We have cashiers who ring up our groceries when we're leaving, when we're getting ready to leave the store. Salespeople in stores when we're buying clothes. All sorts of times when we have people serving us. Excuse me. And sometimes the service isn't the best. Do we treat them harshly or do we treat them with kindness? That is something to meditate on. You all have a good night. God bless. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. And the word for this week is still conundrum. And Rehoboam is a conundrum to me. Good night.